right, so today the lesson is going to be order of operations with integers. So we're going to continue practicing the same topics that we talked about on Monday. We are going to be looking at more of those multi-step equations though. So what I want you guys to write in the first blank, by the end of class, I will be able to solve multi-step equations using order of operations. Okay. As evidenced by completing an appointment book. So we're going to have a few activities today. Most of it is going to be working together with your group, but at one point during the lecture today, you are going to be moving around and you'll get a chance to work with other people in the classroom that are not from your group. Okay, so we'll do an appointment book. Raise your hand if you have done an appointment book before in a math class or in a different class. Okay, great. So this will be your first time doing an appointment book. I'll walk you through what that is and what the expectations will be. All right. Give me a thumbs up when you have the learning target written down so we can move on. Okay, great. You need me to zoom in? I can do that for you guys. Let me make this bigger. There it is. Once again, we're going to be able to solve multi-step equations using order of operations as evidenced by completing an appointment book. Okay, so for today's first activity, we're going to do a team review. And this team review is going to be about how to solve using order of operations. Now, are we familiar with order of operations and what it means? Now let's go ahead and write this down. So on the side of your paper, if you have space somewhere, I want you to write the following. You're gonna write PEMDAS. And we're gonna just kind of briefly talk about what each of these letters stand for. Once again, somewhere on the side of your paper or on your screen or anywhere on this document, write PEMDAS the way that you see it on the screen. So PEMDAS is what we refer as order of operations, and you can think of order of operations as a list of steps to take. So you must go in this order, otherwise you will not get a correct solution. The first letter stands for the word parentheses. So if you're able to write this out, please write this out, parentheses. And so what this means is in a math problem, the very first thing that you should be starting with is if there are parentheses, start with that. Okay. It's also a good thing to know if you are ever kind of like writing your own problem so that you know what step you want whoever's going to solve it to do first. Okay. So the P stands for parentheses, and that is the first step in order of operations. The second step in the order of operations is going to be to solve any exponents. Okay. Now, if you don't have parentheses, then you can move on to exponents, assuming that you have exponents. So anything you don't have, you can just kind of skip until you go down this list, and then you find something that you do have, and then you can solve that. So oftentimes you won't have parentheses and you won't have exponents, so you can just move on to M and D, both of which stand for the following. So M stands for multiplication. And D stands for division. However, you don't have to stick with multiplication first. So there's kind of a trick here with the last two, with multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. It's whichever of these come first. So when you read an operation, you're reading it from left to right like you would read a book. If division comes first, then you solve division. If multiplication comes first, then you do that. So this is we kind of we like to put an arrow above to denote that it's whichever step comes first. Okay, so I'll write that here like in parentheses, whichever comes first. You get a chance to practice that in some of the problems today. All right. And this idea of solving the first thing that comes up between addition and subtraction, or sorry, between multiplication and division, will apply to addition and subtraction. So it'll be the same thing. A and S, that stands for addition and subtraction, and you will be solving these steps based on what comes first. Just like before, we will write in parentheses whichever comes first. Okay. All right. As we move on throughout this year, we're going to do a lot of algebra. And the cool thing about algebra is that we are going to be using these same steps. We're just going to reverse their order. To solve for a variable, to solve for x, you're going to start with adding and subtracting first, and then you're going to work your way up. Okay? So that's going to apply later on. For now, this you should know. You should. I think everyone should remember this. And if you don't remember this, try to memorize it if you can. But it is going to be kind of like the basis for all the work that we do today. Okay. Is anyone writing this still, or can I move on to the team review? All right. So, last class we talked about team roles. So everybody has a different role, right? Last class, I believe that the person who was facing the wall was the task manager. Person facing the window was the timekeeper. We're gonna kind of use the roles. We're gonna rotate them. So rotate them clockwise, meaning if you were the timekeeper last time, then the person to your left is now the timekeeper. If you were the task manager, then the person in front of you is now the timekeeper. Okay. So let's just check. Oh, sorry, not the timekeeper, the task manager. Let's check to see if you know who is going to be task manager for your team today. All right. So raise your hand if you are going to be task manager. See if you guys were able to pay attention. Okay, so yes, you're right. Yes. Good, good, good. If you don't have a person in that spot, just, if you were in task manager last time, you can be task manager today. Who is going to be timekeeper at your table? Raise your hand. All right. And then, of course, one of you guys will be a recorder, and the other will be the reporter. All right, or the digital recorder. Depends on what activity we have at hand. All right, before I let you guys start, I do want to go over this first question together so you know what you are going to do. Look at the example. You're going to be given a problem. And in the lines below, you're going to solve the problem step by step. But not only are you solving the problem, you're also writing a written description of what step you took first. For example, 4 plus 5 in parentheses times 4 minus 3 squared plus 9 times 2. In this example, the first step was to do addition inside of the parentheses. And then you write the next line, right? So after you add 4 and 5, you get 9. And that's your first line. In the next step, you solve the exponents. So you write the step that you took, exponents. In the third step, then you do multiplication from left to right. In this case, we multiplied 9 and 4. That makes 36. Then you do subtraction from left to right. 36 minus 9 gives you 27. Final step is to do addition, and your final answer is 45. Okay? So, to summarize, you are going to solve, once again, step by step, but you will label what step you took by writing a description as shown in this example. Are we clear with the instructions? Do you know what you're doing? Give me a thumbs up if you understand what you are expected to do in the next 6 minutes. Great. Timekeepers, 6 minutes on the clock, please. You're doing questions 1, 2, 3, and 4. Only the team review. 6 minutes on the clock. You guys can go ahead and begin. All right. So we're gonna check in together now. I'm gonna kind of check group by group, and I'm gonna ask that you give me some of the steps here. I won't be writing the name of the steps because it might take too long, but at least I'm gonna do it here line by line. So first problem, we have 9 minus 2 to the third power. What is the next line going to look like? Let me hear from group 5. Group 5, what's the next line going to look like? 9 minus 8. And that is because the first step was to do exponents. What is 9 minus 8? Group 3. 9 minus 8 is 1. Okay, so your final answer should be 1. Give me a thumbs up if you got a 1 for this problem. Excellent. Moving on to the next question. 72 minus parentheses 7 plus 8 times 4. All right, what is the first step going to look like, or what is the first line going to look like? Group 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Group 7. What's this line going to look like? This might be the wrong one. Oh, I was like exponents. I'm not seeing exponents. But thank you. 72 minus what? Minus 15. Very good. Okay, so 72 minus 15 times 4. Then after that line, last group, guys group, what am I going to write? Do I do 72 and I subtract 15 from 72, or do I multiply 15 with the 4? Take a guess. Subtract or multiply? Good, we're going to multiply. 72 minus 60. 15 times 4 is 60. That's going to give you a final answer of what? 12. Final answer will be 12. Okay. All right. What about this one? Let me check in with group 2. Group 2, what's this line going to look like? Very good. So the first step is to do 2 to the third power. That is the exponent. Lila's group, next step, what is that going to look like? Multiply 4 and 8. 64 minus 32 plus 7. And then what? Jacob's group. Do we subtract 32 first, or do we combine 32 and 7? Oh, very good. 32 plus 7 gives you a final solution of 39. All right. Thumbs up if you got 39. Okay. All right, and then the last one. So for this one, you have to keep in mind that when you start with parentheses, and there are a bunch of operations inside of the parentheses, you restart PEMDAS inside of the parentheses. So what will the first step be? Inside of the parentheses, what is the first step, Lila? The exponents. So that becomes 3 plus 7, parentheses 8 minus 6 squared. And then what? What's next? Parentheses, but what about the parentheses? What are we going to do inside of the parentheses? Jacob. Subtract 8 minus 6. That gives you 2. we have 2 squared, right? So then what? Who haven't I heard from yet? Victoria's group, I heard from you guys already. Let me hear from your group. Group 4. What's the next step? Sorry, group 4, yeah. I'll ask you the next Declan thing. What was the step, sorry? The exponent, so that's 2 squared. So that's 3 plus 7 times 4. And then Declan, that would be what? 3 plus 28 to give us a final solution of 31. Please give me a thumbs up if you got 31. Did anyone get anything else? Okay, you got something else? Maybe go back and check where your mistake was. Looks like there are no mistakes in this, so we are good to go. All right. Are there any questions on the team review using order of operations to solve these 4 problems? Okay. In that case, let's go ahead and move on. We have another activity here. This one will be a partner activity. Okay. So this one you're going to be solving with a partner. So this is not a whole team effort, only a partner effort. And this will be, let me think. This will be a coach and mathlete activity. So one person will be writing on a whiteboard, one person will be coaching how to solve the problem, and then you guys will be switching back and forth. All right. So figure out who your partner will be at your table. You have 10 seconds. Ready? Go. Who's your partner? If you have a group of 3, I can get you a partner. Hi. Okay. Elizabeth, I'll have you work over there at that group. Yes. You got a partner? Question. Yes, go ahead. Or I could have you work in the back with Josie. You decide. This first step was 2 to the third. It's 8. And then 8 minus 6 is 2. 2 squared is 4. 7 and 4, 28. 28 and 3, 31. So this would be, first would be exponents. Then it would be subtraction. Then it would be exponents again. Then multiplication. Then addition. Yes, because you're restarting the PEMDAS inside of the parentheses. All right, once you know who your partner is, come and get a whiteboard and a marker. Come and get a whiteboard and a marker. For this one, I don't have the answers yet. We'll probably check with the calculator. Yeah. Okay, that is time, you guys. All right, let's check in. Give me a thumbs up if you're able to finish all of them. If you and your partner were able to finish all of them. Okay. Some of you guys were able to. So let's check in. All right, I'll take volunteers. 85 plus negative 96. What do we get for 85 plus negative 96, Roberto? Negative 11. What about number 2? Negative 18 plus negative 45. Raising your hand if you got the answer for this one. Declan? Negative 63 is correct. Raising your hand, Gael, for the third one. Go ahead. Positive 16 is correct. Very good. Positive 16. Okay, yeah. Number 4, negative 6 plus 8 plus negative 3. Who thinks they got this one? Gerardo. Negative 1 is correct. 1 minus 3. This one's easy. Viviana. Negative 2. 2 minus negative 5. Double negative makes a positive. So 2 plus 5, 7. Negative 7 minus 4. Go ahead. Negative 11. -8 minus -1, double negative again. So -8 plus 1. What does that make? -8 plus 1. -7. Very good, Jacob. What about multiplying? -4 and -12. Well, positive 48, -10, and positive 11. Who haven't I heard from yet? I have a lot of people that haven't volunteered yet. Go ahead. -110, yes. Excellent. 6 times -2. 6 times -2. Yes, go ahead, sir. -12. -3 times +2 times -4. This one's hard. Go ahead. Positive 24 is correct. Let's move on to division. -81 divided by 9. Jacob. -9. 48 divided by -6. Can you hear from other people that have volunteered yet? Yeah, go ahead. -8. -35 divided by -5. We know our 5s. Who hasn't volunteered yet? I've already heard from Jacob. Gerardo, thank you. I've already heard from you. Lila, go ahead. 7, and then the last one, -70 divided by -7. One of you guys that hasn't volunteered yet? What do you think? No, right here. Yes. Well, how many times does 7 go into 70? 10. This would be 10. Since both of these are negatives, your answer would be positive. All right. So that is all of them. Let me go ahead and give you instructions for the appointment book. We are going to take a bit of time to get our appointments, and then we'll take a break before we actually start the appointment book, because the appointment book is going to take us about, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes. So I'd rather give you guys your break early than give it to you late. So how does an appointment book work? All right. So there are 6 different appointments, and the way an appointment book works is the following. Each appointment is a different person from this class. So once I'm done explaining the instructions, you guys are going to go ahead and find 6 different people to work with that are not from the same table that you are at. So the trick here is you can't work with someone from your own table. All right. There's about 8 or 9 groups, so you should be able to find at least one person from a different group. All right. So the way it's going to work is we have 12 questions, and I'm going to say, okay, everybody, you're going to work on question 1 with appointment number 5, and then you're going to check your list, and whoever you have for that appointment, you're going to work with that person for about 3 or 4 minutes on that question. Then I'll say, work with appointment number 2 for the next question, and you guys get the idea. Okay, so once again, each appointment is a different person. You cannot have an appointment from your same table. Give me a thumbs up if you understand what I mean. Okay, I'm going to give you 5 minutes to find 6 appointments. Write them in your notes and then have a seat. Remain standing if you still need appointments. Go ahead and start moving around.